x by 2 into root of x square minus 4 minus a square by 2, that is 4 divided by 2 into log of x plus root of x square minus 4 plus c. I hope you guys understood this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If suppose the question is like this, root of x square minus 2x plus 3, then how will you do this? Okay. So they ask you the integral of root of x square minus 2x plus 3 dx. So how can we solve this? This can be written as integral of root of x square minus 2x plus 3 means you can write it as x minus 1 the whole square, right? X minus 1 the whole square plus 3 minus 1. I used completing the square method. So this will be integral of root of x minus 1 the whole square plus 2. 2 is nothing but root 2 the whole square dx. Then what will the answer be? What will the answer be according to this formula? So in the place of x, what are you supposed to write?
Minus 1.
X minus 1 divided by 2 into square root of x square minus 2x plus 3 minus a square, that is 2 divided by 2 into log of x plus root of x square minus 2x plus 3 plus c.
Sir, shouldn't it be x minus
Sir,
1?
x minus 1 plus.
Log of x minus.
Sir,
Log
log
of-
of
yeah,
x
yeah, yeah.
minus 1 plus.
Yeah. Log of x minus 1 plus this. So I hope this is clear. See, we have done similar kind of problems in the other exercise. You remember where there were problems like integral of dx divided by root of x square minus a square. So the only difference is there it was in the denominator, here it is the numerator, the formula is different, okay? So whenever you had x square minus a square or you had it in the quadratic form, a second degree polynomial form, what did you do? You completed the square and then solved it, right? It is the same approach for the remaining problems also. I'll do one more problem, then we'll move on to the next exercise because I'm sure you can handle this. Okay. So next one we will see is of the model root of x square plus a square dx. The formula is almost similar. See, it is x square minus a square in x by 2 into root of x square minus a square, x by 2 into root of x square plus a square minus a square by 2 log of x plus root of x square minus a square. It will be plus a square by 2 into log of mod x plus root of x square plus a square. Got it? So this is how it is going to be. So let's see this question. For example, if the question is integral of root of x square plus 2x plus 5, then what are we supposed to do? Integral of square root of x square plus 2x plus 5 dx. Then integral of root of, can I write it as x plus 1 the whole square plus 5 minus 1 dx. So it will be integral of square root of x plus 1 the whole square plus 4 dx. What will be the answer? X plus 1 by 2 into root of the question x square plus 2x plus 5 plus a square by 2 log of x plus root of x square plus c. I hope it is clear. Right. So just give me a confirmation. I'll proceed to the next problem. I mean, next exercise.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can handle it, right? Yes. So this exercise, I'm leaving it to you. All are similar kind of problem. Only thing is you need to complete the square and then apply the formula. That's it. Okay. So with this 7.7 exercise, we are done with indefinite integrals. So the next part that is left is obviously a definite integral. Okay. So what is the difference? I told you in the first class. What is the difference between an indefinite and a definite integral? It is the limits, right? So for a definite integral, what will you have? You will have a set of limit. For example, you will write it like integral of a to b f of x dx. If you write something like this, this is definite integral. Okay. So one point you're supposed to know is the output of a definite integral. Do people remember what is the output of a definite integral? I've already told this. So the output of a definite integral is the area
Area under curve.
made by f of x with whom?
X-axis, positive x-axis.
It is independent axis. With the independent axis. Don't remember it as x-axis. Suppose if I write the question as f of x dx, then it means area made by f of x with x-axis. This dx will tell. If suppose I read the question as integral of a to b f of y dy, then how will you, what is the meaning of this? Area made by the curve?
With y-axis.
Area made by which curve? Is it f of x still?
F of y.
It is f of y. Area made by the curve f of y with respect to y-axis. Okay, so depending on what is the differential coefficient, you will be able to find the area is made by the curve with which particular axis. I hope you're able to understand. So in this particular chapter, what we will do is we'll not concentrate upon area because this is an application of definite integral which will be taken care in the next chapter. So as of now, what we are going to learn is how to handle definite integrals. Okay. So for you to get the formula for a definite integral, there is a method called as limit of sum, and this is deleted from your quotient. See, since this topic is not much important because it is not very important for you to know what it is. Since it is not important, I'm skipping this. Okay. So what I will do is I'll directly go to the exercise 7.9. Okay. So 7.9 states like this: the fundamental theorem of calculus, which we also call it as area function. So the area function is nothing but integral of a to b f of x dx is defined as the area of the region bounded by the curve y is equal to f of x with x-axis. Between which two points? Between the points x is equal to a and x is equal to b. So this is the important point you need to have in your mind. Then we will see how to find this area. Okay. Am I clear till this point? Is there any confusion or doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Shall I proceed then? Okay. So I will directly explain with the problems. Okay. So they have given how to calculate the definite integral. It is very, very easy. Okay. So most of you already know. For those who don't know, listen. So integral of 2 to 3 x squared dx. See, I'm mainly explaining it for commerce students because there's not there in your syllabus. So please concentrate. If there is any doubt, ask. Okay. So how to read this is integral of integral of x squared dx between the values 2 and 3. Okay. So integral, or you can read it like this also, integral 2 to 3 x square dx. You can read it like that also. So what you're supposed to do is forget about the limits. So this is called as the lower limit and this is called as the upper limit. Okay. Forget about the limits as of now. If you do a basic indefinite integration for x square dx, what will be the output? It will be x cubed divided by 3. Am I right? So once you get the value, don't put a plus c because for indefinite integrals alone, you need to put a plus c. For definite integrals, we don't need it. So once you get the output function, across the output function, put a square bracket and write the limits on the right side. You write it as 2 to 3. Is it clear till this step? So then what you're supposed to do is, in this, wherever x is there, wherever x is present, we need to substitute upper limit first minus lower limit. So the meaning of it is, so I have x cube. So what is the upper limit? It is 3. So what I will do is, I will first substitute the value 3 in the place of x. Then what will I get? It will be 3 cube by 3. This minus, what should I do? Substitute the lower limit in the place of x. That will be 2 cube divided by 3. So 3 cube divided by 3 minus 2 cube divided by 3. 3 cube is 27 minus 8 divided by 3, which will be 19 by 3. So the meaning of this 19 by 3 is, the curve x square between the values of x is equal to 2 and 3 is making an area of 19 by 3 square units. I will show you diagrammatically, don't worry about it. So, commerce students, I just want you to answer, are you people clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, clear, right? So, make a note of it.
Done, sir.
Done? Okay. So, let me show you what is the meaning of this question. So, listen. Others also concentrate. You will not know this information. So, integral of 2 to 3. What is the question? X square dx. Correct? So, tell me, what function does x square represent?
Square function.
Sorry?
Quadratic.
Quadratic.
It's a quadratic. No, what shape does it represent on a graph sheet?
A
Parabola.
Parabola.
What parabola?
Upward parabola.
Upward.
It's an upward parabola. That's right. So if I take the basic coordinate axis like this, then I will have the curve y is equal to x square like this. So I hope it is clear till this point. So x is equal to 2. Let's say it is somewhere over here. And x is equal to 3 is somewhere over here. So this is 2, 0, this is 3, 0. Now, if I try to calculate this particular area, then this area comes out to be how much value? 19 by 3 square units. I'm writing square units because I don't know whether it is centimeter, meter, or whatever it is. So 19 by 3 square units is the required answer. Are you guys able to visualize what is the meaning of it? So that is the meaning of definite integrals. So that's what I meant by area made by the curve. Area made by the curve with the x-axis between the lower limit and the upper limit. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall we go to the next problem? So the next one is, can you guys try? Second one is integral of 4 to 9 root x divided by 30 minus x power 3 by 2 the whole square. So first find the indefinite integral, then substitute the values. One minute. This is exercise number 7.8, right? Yes, 7.9. So we are done with this. So how to solve this question? Integral of 4 to 9 root x divided by 30 minus x power 3 by 2. That is root x the whole cube. So how do we solve this? So if you see, I'm saying you have to solve it using indefinite integral. How will you guys think? Tell me. root x divided by 30 minus x power 3 by 2 the whole square dx. So what is the main objective of integration? To eliminate the denominator. So if you have to eliminate the denominator, let's say you have a fraction, then most of the cases what will be the possibility? That numerator will be the
Derivative of
Derivative of denominator.
So it should be a derivative of denominator. Means I have root x means x power half. The denominator has x power 3 by 2. Let's do a rough calculation and see. When you differentiate x power 3 by 2, what will you get? X 3 by 2 into x power half.
1 by 2.
So you get you get the numerator. This number is not a big deal. But if you're able to get the function, that's fine. So what do I need to take as t? 30 minus x power 3 by 2, if you consider it as t, then what can you say? Minus 3 by 2 into x, 3 by 2 into x power half dx will be equal to dt. So x power half dx is nothing but root x dx is equal to minus 2 by 3 into dt. Is it clear till this step?
Yes, sir.
So root x dx, I'm going to replace it with minus 2 by 3 into dt. So integral of minus 2 by 3 into dt divided by t square. Now tell me what is the answer. So minus 2 by 3 will come out. Integral of dt divided by t square. Integral of 1 by t square is minus 1 by t. So minus 2 by 3 into minus 1 by t, that will be 2 divided by 3t. But what are we supposed to do? Substitute back t. 2 by 3 into 30 minus x power 3 by 2 into d. Sorry. It is clear? Is it clear? So now when I put the limits to the question, suppose I put the limits to the question, that is integral of 4 to 9 root x dx divided by 30 minus x power 3 by 2 the whole square dx is nothing but 2 by 3 into 30 minus x power 3 by 2 from where to where? 4 to 9. So what will come out? So whichever is a constant, you can take it out, okay? So here, what is the constant part?
2 by 3.
2 by 3.
2 by 3.
So if you take out the 2 by 3, then you will have 1 divided by 30 minus 9 power 3 by 2 minus 1 divided by 30 minus 4 power 3 by 2. Is it clear? So what is 9 power 3 by 2? Square root of 9 is 3. 3 cube is
27.
27. So 1 by 30 minus 27 is 3 minus 4 power 3 by 2. 4 power 3 by 2 means 4 power half the whole power 3. 4 power half is 2. 2 cube is 8. 30 minus 8 is
22.
so 2 by 3 into 22 minus 3 divided by 66. So how much is it? 19 divided by 33 into 3 is 19. Is that the answer? Yes.
Yes.
So 19 divided by 99 square units. Shall I proceed to the next part?
1 minute, sir.
Yeah, make it. Let me know once you're done.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Done, sir.
Yeah. So how to do the next one? Integral of 1 to 2 x dx divided by x plus 1 into x plus 2. So which exercise of indefinite integrals we need to apply? So there was an exercise which was based on
Partial fractions.
partial fractions. Yes. So integral of x dx divided by x plus 1 into x plus 2. First, let's try to solve x divided by x plus 1 into x plus 2. So how should I write? Something divided by x plus 1 plus some other constant divided by x plus 2. So this will be how much? a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1 is equal to x. Can I directly write it because LCM will get cancelled? Sorry, denominators will get cancelled. So a plus b will be equal to 1. 2a plus b will be equal to 0. So a is how much? Minus 1. Right? So a is minus 1, b is 2. So integral of minus 1 divided by x plus 1 dx plus integral of 2 divided by x plus 2 dx. So integral of minus 1 by x plus 1. Minus
log
yes,
plus 1
x plus 1.
plus
So I
2
can
log
put it as 1 to 2, 1 to 2. So I'm putting a square bracket 1 to 2 plus 2 into log of x plus 2 between the same intervals 1 to 2. So what will be the answer? Minus, so I can take the minus outside. If I take the minus outside, I can write it as log 3 minus log 2 plus 2 into log 4 minus log 3. So when you solve this, what do you get? See, log 4, you can write it as log 2 the whole square. I mean, log 2 square. That can be written as 2 log 2. So what I'm doing is log 4 can be written as log 2 square. That can be written as 2 log 2. Okay. So what will be the required answer? Minus log 3 plus log 2 plus 4 log 2 minus 2 log 3. So how much is it? Minus 3 log 3 plus 5 log 2.
4.166.
4.16. No need to find all the. You can leave it in log itself. We don't need the exact answer.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Shall I move on to the next one?
1 minute, sir.
Yeah. So if you see, the final answer will be like this: 5 log 2 minus 3 log 3. So 5 log 2 is nothing but log 32 minus 3 log 3 is nothing but log 27. So you will have log 32 divided by 27. Is that the answer? 32 by 27. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you people are comfortable handling log. We did it in differentiation also. Okay. I'm moving on to the next question. So integral of 0 to pi by 4 sine cube 2t into cos t. Integral of, tell me how to solve this. Okay. So whenever you have a combination of sine and cos, the advantage is if you take sine as t, then cos will become the derivative of it. If you take cos as t, sine will become the derivative. In this problem, which one should I take as t? Or some other variable, let's say y.
Sine 2t as
You take sine 2t as y. What is the reason?
eliminating for power.
Because, yes, it is because of the power. Very good. So sine 2t means it is 2 cos 2t into dt is equal to dy. So cos 2t into dt will be equal to dy by 2. So integral of y cube into cos 2t dt is nothing but dy by 2. So 1 by 2 into integral of y cube is nothing but y power 4 divided by 4. So it will be 1 by 8 into y. Y is how much? sine 2t. Now if I put the limits, it will become 0 to pi by 4. So 1 by 8 into sine of how much?
5/2.
Sine pi by 2 minus 0. Sine pi by 2 is 1. Answer will be 1 by 8. So are you guys comfortable with the basic integration? I mean, like this definite integral application. First, you need to do the basic differentiation, and then what are we doing? We are substituting the limits,
Sir,
right? Yeah, tell me.
sir, because you substituted a value for like y, sine 2t is equal to y, will the limits not change?
Now, here I'm not using this thing. No? I was about to explain that only. Okay. So that is what you're asking is called a substitution method. So as of now, I didn't go. I was about to teach. After I explain this, you'll understand. Okay. So as of now, Kritika, remember, I didn't apply limits anywhere. I've just done indefinite integration. Then again, I brought back the question to the original variable t, and then I substituted the limits.
Then
What you're
when
saying?
can I change the limits?
Yes, you can change it. If you're dealing instead of dealing with t, if you're dealing with y only, you can change the limits. That's what the next exercise according to the textbook is. That is why I'm going slowly. Okay, that method is called as substitution method for definite integrals. So that's what I was asking. Are you guys comfortable with this? Is everyone comfortable with doing the indefinite integration? Doing indefinite integration, your work is only to substitute the upper limit minus lower limit, as simple as that. So, though this exercise falls under, see, they will ask you to find the definite integrals. Every problem has to be solved only in this method. But now I'm going to explain you the next concept also, so that you can use any of the logic here. It is not necessary just because this exercise is based on definite integrals, you have to solve it like this. Let's treat it like miscellaneous. Okay, we'll combine the next concept and also solve the problem. For example, listen. Now I'm going to explain you the next method, which is called as substitution method. Okay. So what we did is we solved the problem using substitution method only. But did we deal it with the limits or without limits? While solving the part of the solution, did we include the limits in it? We did, because we were treating it like an indefinite integral. Again, bring it back to the original function or the original variable, and then substitute the original limits. But instead of doing this, what you can do is you also have the advantage of changing the limits according to the new variable. So what do I mean by limits according to new variable is, here the limit 0 to pi by 4 belongs to which variable? It belongs to which? It belongs to t. You have to look at the differential coefficient always. It belongs to t. Whereas this t, what did I do? I assigned it to some other variable y. Okay. Now what I can do is, if the value of t is varying from 0 to pi by 4, by substituting a particular function as y, then what will be the limits of y that will change in accordance? That's what we are going to see. Okay. So let me tell you how to solve the same problem using substitution method. I'll directly go with the example. Okay. So integral of 0 to pi by 4 sine cube 2t into cos 2t dt. Right. So what did we substitute as y? Sine 2t, we took it as y, which implies, observe what I'm going to do. When you differentiate it, cos 2t with a 2 into dt is equal to dy. So you got the values for cos 2t into dt in terms of dy. So what is required? What is the requirement for an integration to be done? You need a function and you need a differential coefficient. Am I right?
Yes,
So
sir.
you need a function and you need a differential coefficient. So instead of dt, I have found what is dy. But I have taken sine 2t as y. There is another function also involved in the question, because sine 2t is not there. It is sine cube 2t that is there. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to change the limits. How do I do is, observe the lower limit and upper limit. Sorry. The lower limit and upper limit. This is for the variable t. This is the corresponding value for y. So what is the lower limit of t?
0.
0. So when the value of lower limit of t is 0, I need to substitute the 0 in the place where I have substituted the variable to be y. Means, then what will be the, if I put t is equal to 0 here, then what will be the corresponding value of y that I'll get?
0.
I'll get 0 because sine 0 is 0. Then what is the upper limit? Pi by 2. Sorry, pi by 4. Sorry, pi by 4. Sorry, upper limit is pi by 4. If I substitute this pi by 4 in the place of t, wherever I have substituted sine 2t as y, then I'll get sine 2 into pi by 4, which is sine pi by 2. Sine pi by 2 is
1.
1. So
1.
what is the meaning is integral of, observe, sine cube 2t means in the place of sine 2t, I'm going to write it as y. So y cube. In the place of cos 2t dt, I will write it as dy divided by 2. But since I'm integrating with respect to y, do I need to use the limits in the red color or the limits in the yellow color?
Limits in the yellow color?
Yes, you need to use the limits in the yellow because you are integrating with respect to y, 0 to 1. Are you guys able to understand? Means when the value of t is 0, the corresponding value of y that you will get is also 0. Similarly, when the value of t is pi by 4, the corresponding upper limit of y is going to be 1. That is why I changed it. Now integrate this and see, you will get y power 4 divided by 8. 4 and the 2 is multiplied 8. Now you can directly take the limit 0 to 1. If you substitute the upper limit, you will get 1 by 8 minus 0. Was that not the answer that we got?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this method is called as substitution method. That's it. So what you're doing is, in the previous case, you did the substitution method using the concept of indefinite integrals. Here we did the substitution method using the definite integrals. So when I say substitution method using definite integrals, you need to change the value of the variables in accordance to what you substitute. Are you guys able to understand? This is one such example.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Make a note of it. So let me know once you're done.
That's
Okay. So we'll move to the exercise. In the exercise, wherever we see this kind of a question, we'll solve it in both the methods and see, to have a clarity. So the first one, what can I do? Is it a complicated or a simple function? It's a simple, right? So you can follow the direct method. In the sense, integral of x dx is x square by 2, between which two limits? Minus 1 to 1, plus integral of 1 is x between minus 1 to 1. Now tell me what will be the answer. So in the place of x square, 1 square by 2 minus of minus 1 square divided by 2, plus 1 minus of minus 1. So here what will happen is, answer will be, I hope you guys understood.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I follow direct method. That's it. So there is no substitution method involved for this. Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
So now look at this. So answer for integral of 1 by x,
Log mod 3 by log mod
log x between 2 to 3. So it is log 3
minus log 2.
minus log 2.
Log 3 by 2.
Okay. Log 3 by 2 is the answer. Don't put a plus c, okay? By default, your hand might go, but don't do that mistake. Just log 3 by 2. Okay. So those who know, you can keep proceeding, guys. You need not wait for me. If there is any doubt, alone ask. I'm moving on to the next one. See, this is also direct method, okay? I'm not explaining. You just have to integrate this separately, this separately, this separately, this separately, and then assign the proper limits, you'll get the answer. So this also can be solved using the direct method. Integral of sine 2x minus cos 2x divided by 2 between 0 to pi by 2, sorry, pi by 4, minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x between 0 to pi by 4. So minus 1 by 2 into cos pi by 2 minus cos 0. So what is cos pi by 2?
0.
It's a 0, and cos 0 is 1. Minus of minus half is half. If suppose you want to solve the same problem using substitution method. See, it is only for you to practice, okay? You need not complicate things, but it is for you guys to understand. If you have to follow substitution, which function will you substitute as t?
2x.
2x is equal to t, which implies 2 into dx is equal to dt. Now lower limit, upper limit, x and t. When x is 0, what will be the value of t? You have to substitute it here. T is 0. When x is pi by 4, what is t?
Pi by 2.
Pi by
So it will become integral of 0 to pi by 2 sine t into dt divided by 2. Right. So it will be minus 1 by 2 into cos t between 0 to pi by 2. So once you get the answer, it's minus half into cos pi by 2 minus cos 0. It will be minus 1 by 2 into cos pi by 2, 0, minus 1. Answer will be, you will get the same answer, okay? So you're doing the same thing. The question is about when you're substituting the limits, that's it. Shall I move on? Shall I move on?
Yes, yes, sir.
So this part also you can do. You can follow the direct method and substitution method. Try using both the cases, you should get the same answer. So integral of e power x dx. It is e power x between 4 to 5, e power 5 minus e power 4. Done?
Yes.
Yeah. Integral of tan x between 0 to pi by 4.
Log mod secant x plus log mod secant x within the limits 0 to pi by 2.
So substitute the limit. Log of secant pi by 4
Root 2 minus 1. Log
minus
root
log secant 0. So secant pi by 4 is root 2
root 2 minus
log 1. Log 1 is 0.
So log root 2.
It's only log 2, or you can write it as half log 2. Both are same.
Okay, sir.
I'm not sure how the answer is given at the back. Both are right. I'm moving on to the next one. So integral of cosecant x, you have a formula. So this is also direct method. Look at the formula, apply it, you will get the answer. So integral of 0 to 1 root of 1 minus x square. Root of a square minus x square under is sine inverse of x between 0 to 1. That will be sine inverse of 1 minus sine inverse of 0. Sine inverse of 1 is pi by 2 minus 0, pi by 2. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So pi by 2 minus. See, if suppose you want to follow substitution method and solve this, then what will you do? You will put x is equal to, if you want to follow substitution method, x is equal to sine theta, because wherever you see a square, 1 minus x square, you can either substitute sine theta or cos theta. So when you put x is equal to sine theta, dx will be equal to cos theta d theta. So what should you do? The limits, lower limit, upper limit, x and theta. So when x is 0, what will be the value of theta?
Pi by
You have
2.
to substitute.
Zero.
You have to
Zero,
substitute it.
zero.
Zero.
It is 0. When x is equal to 1, theta is equal to.
Pi by 2.
5 by 2.
So integral of what should I change? Instead of 0, I need. Instead of 0, I need to write 0. Instead of 1, I need to write pi by 2. So 0 to pi by 2. It will be cos theta d theta divided by root of 1 minus sine square theta is cos theta. This and this will get cancelled. That is theta between 0 to pi by 2. Did you guys understand what I did? In the place of dx, I substituted cos theta d theta. That is the numerator. Divided by 1 minus sine square theta under a root is cos theta. So cos theta got cancelled. Integral of d theta is theta. So if you substitute the limit, you will get pi by 2 minus 0. Clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, what is the answer for this? 1 by 1.
Tan inverse x.
Tan inverse x between 0 to 1, pi by 4 is 3. So tan inverse 1 is pi by 4 minus tan inverse 0 is 0. So answer will be pi by 4. Integral of 2 to 3 dx by x square minus 1. So integral of 1 divided by x square minus a square. What is the answer? Log of, 1 by
1 by
2a.
2a log x minus a x plus.
So a is how much here? 1 log of So 1 by 2 into log of 2 divided by 4 minus log of 1 divided by 3. So what will you get? Half into log of 2 by, so it is 2. So 1 by 2 into log of 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2. That's it. Done?
Yes, sir.
Integral of 0 to pi by 2 cos square x. So cos square x means you should write it as
1 plus cos 2x by 2.
very good 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2 dx. So it will be integral of dx by 2 between 0 to pi by 2 plus integral of cos 2x divided by 2 dx between 0 to pi by 2. Sorry. So 0 to pi by, so 1 by 2 into integral of dx is x between 0 to pi by 2 plus 1 by 2 into integral of 0 to pi by 2 is sine 2x divided by 2 between 0 to pi by 2. So pi by 4 minus 0 plus 1 by 4 into sine pi minus sine 0. This will be 0. So what is the answer? Pi by 4 is the answer. Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
So integral of x divided by x square plus 1. So what can you do? Substitution method. Put x square plus 1 is equal to t. Why did I get the idea of x square plus 1 is equal to t? Because the numerator is
Yes.
having an x. So 2x into dx will be equal to dt. Lower limit, upper limit, x and t. When the value of x is 2, what will be the value of lower limit? When the value of x is 2, the value of
5.
t is 5. Upper limit, when the value of x is 3, it will be
10.
10. So integral of, what should I change it to? 5 to 10 dt divided by 2t. Why did I write 2t in the denominator? Because x dx is nothing but dt divided by 2. And x square plus 1 is t. So it will be 1 by 2 into what? Log of t between
5 to
5 to 10. So 1 by 2 into log 10 minus log 5. This will be the, or you can say 1 by 2 log 2. Okay. So there are 9 more problems. So tell me how to do this 2x plus 3 divided by 5x square plus 1. So do you guys remember this? Px plus q divided by ax square plus bx plus c. Then what are we supposed to do? Px plus q is equal to a into d by dx of ax square plus bx plus c plus some other constant. Do you guys remember this or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here what are we supposed to do? 2x plus 3 will be equal to a into d by dx of 5x square plus 1 plus b. So a into 10x plus b. This is 2x plus 3. So b will be 3. A will be 1 by 5. So solve this, substitute this and solve, you will get the answer. This part I am leaving it to you. So I move on to the next one. You can leave some space for solving this problem. Try it later. See, integral of x into e power x square dx. Tell me the idea.
Y part.
X square is equal to t because you have x here, no? So which implies 2x into dx is equal to dt. So x into dx is equal to dt by 2. So what will happen to the limits? Lower limit and upper limit, x and t. When x is 0, t is 0. When x is 1, t is 1. So integral of 0 to 1, in the place of x dx, I can write it as dt divided by 2 into e power t. So e power t divided by 2 between 0 to 1 is the answer. So that will be e by 2 minus 1 by 2. Shall I move on? Integral of 5x square divided by x square plus 4x plus 3. So how to solve this? Here the numerator and denominator have the same powers. So whenever you have the same power, what manipulation did I say you need to do? You have to write the numerator exactly in terms of denominator and subtract the variables. So can I write this as 5 into integral of 1 to 2 x square wait. So 5 into integral of 1 to 2, you have to write it as x square plus 4x plus 3. How much should I subtract? Understood? Yes or no?
Sure, sir.
So 5 into integral of 1 to 2, x square plus 4x plus 3 and x square plus 4x plus 3 will get cancelled. Dx minus integral of 1 to 2, 4x plus 3 divided by x square plus 4x plus 3. Now what are we supposed to do?
Linear
Again,
by quadratic.
Linear by quadratic. Here you have to solve this. Here you will get the answer directly. 2 minus 1, it is going to be 1. Minus this part, again I am leaving it to you. That will be lengthy. There is nothing, there is no big logic to be discussed. That is why I am leaving it to you. You can try it. Clear with this? Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me how to solve this integral of 0 to pi by 4, 2 into secant square x. So 2 into integral of 0 to pi by 4 secant square x dx plus integral of 0 to pi by 4 x cube dx plus integral of 0 to pi by 4 2 dx. So 2 into integral of secant square x is tan x between 0 to pi by 4 plus integral of x cube by 3 between 0 to pi by 4 plus 2 into pi
So
by
it's x for 4 by 4.
4. Sorry, x power 4 by 4. So remaining part is only substituting 2 into tan pi by 4 is 1 minus tan 0 is 0 plus pi by 4 the whole power 4 divided by 4 minus 0 plus 2 into pi by 4. Simplified version you people write. Should I move on? So how to do integral of 0 to pi sin square x by 2 minus cos square x by 2. So what is cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2 actually?
Cos x.
Cos x.
It is cos x, so it will be minus cos x. So integral of 0 to pi by 4 minus cos x dx. Sorry, pi here. Integral of 0 to pi. So minus of integral of cos x is sin x between 0 to pi. So what will you get?
0.
Minus yes, sin pi minus sin 0. It's going to be 0. It's a simple problem actually. 4 more problems. So this part is again linear by quadratic. So this I'm leaving it to you. How do we solve this? So here you have no other option other than for x e power x. You
By
have
part.
no other option. You have to go with by parts. So by parts means isolate. So algebraic and then exponential. So first function into. So what does isolate? How do you do by parts? First function into integral of second function, that is e power x, minus integral of derivative of first function. Sorry, derivative of first function into integral of second function dx. This is between what values? 0 to 1. Plus what is the integral of sin pi by 4x guys? Right?
By pi by 4.
Yes. By pi by 4. Okay. So x into e power x minus integral of derivative of x is 1, integral of e power x is e power x dx minus 4 divided by pi into cos pi x by 4 between 0 to 1. Did you understand what I did? I took this minus 1 by pi by 4 outside, that became minus 4 by pi. Into cos pi x, I left it as it is. And this thing is between 0 to 1. So x into e power x minus So substitute the upper limit. E power 1 minus e power 1 minus 0 minus e power 0. I have substituted the limits here. Right? Minus 4 by pi into cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, cos 0 is 1. So this will get cancelled. Minus of minus e power 0 is 1. 1 minus 4 divided by root 2 pi plus 4 by pi is the equivalence. Can someone check the answer in the textbook and let me know?
Yes, sir.
It's right, no? Yeah. So I'm moving on to the next one. Okay, this one is very easy. So integral of 1 by 1 plus x square
Tan inverse.
between 1 to root 3. So that is tan inverse of root 3 minus tan inverse of 1. Tan inverse of root 3 is pi by 3 minus tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So we'll get the answer as pi by 12. Okay. One last problem in this exercise. So integral of 0 to 2 by 3 dx divided by, what can you do? You take that 9 outside.
Divide the whole number form by 9.
Very good. That's right. So you have to divide it with 9. That is, you take the value 9 outside. So you will have 1 by 9 into this thing. So 1 by 9 into integral of 0 to 2 by 3 x square, dx divided by x square plus 4 by 9. That is 2 by 3 the whole square. So what is the answer?
Sir, the fraction வச்சே பண்ணலாம்ல சார்?
Yes, you can.
Okay, sir.
So 1 by 9 into, you will get the answer as tan inverse of
x by 2 by 3.
1 by a, no? So dx divided by x square plus a square integral is nothing but 1 by a into tan inverse of x by a. So x divided by 2 by 3 divided by a, that is 2 by 3. So this and this will get cancelled. So 1 by 6 into tan inverse of 3x by 2 between which two values?
Sir, 1 by a. Yes.
A I've written, no? A is 2 by 3 only, no?
Okay.
So it will be 1 by 6 into tan inverse of 3 by 2 into 2 by 3 is 1 minus tan inverse of 0. So pi by 24. Do you have an option like this?
Yes.
So be careful with this part alone. So pi by 24 is the answer. I hope all the problems are clear in this exercise.
Sir, can you explain this question, sir?
See, I've taken the 9 outside, then I wrote it as dx divided by x square plus a square. A is nothing but 2 by 3 the whole square. Okay, forget about 9 as of now. Integral of 1
Yes,
by
sir.
x square plus a square is 1 by a into tan inverse of x divided by a. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
to all these things, I have 1 by 9 outside. Now this 3 and this will get cancelled. It will become 1 by 6 into tan inverse of this 3 will go to the numerator. It will become 3x divided by 2. Then you substitute the limits.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is all about 7.9. But actually, the concepts that we have discussed are for 7.9 and 7.10 as well. So 7.10, I'll do 2-3 problems. You can try out the remaining problems. Next class, I'll clear your doubts. And after that, there is only one exercise left. Next class, this chapter will get over. Okay. So I'm opening 7.10, the 10th exercise.
Sir, will you send this answer, please?
Sorry?
So will you send this answer?
Yeah, I'll send it. Yeah, I'll do that. So integral of minus 1 to 1, 5x power 4 into root of x power 5 plus 1. So 5x power 4 is the derivative of whom?
6 power 5.
X power 5. So our work is to eliminate the square root also. So put x power 5 plus y 1 is equal to t. That implies 5 into x power 4 dx will be equal to dt. Lower limit, upper limit. X t. X is minus 1, t is
0.
right. X is 1,
2.
6.
x is minus 1, t is 0 because you substitute minus 1 here. Minus 1 power 5 is minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Similarly, upper limit you substitute 1 here. 1 plus 1 is 2. So integral of, what should I write? 0 to 2. Then
T. No, no.
5x
dt.
power 4 dx. So 5x
Root
power,
t dt.
it is root t dt.
Root t.
So you will have t power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 between 0 to 2. Correct? So you will have 2 by 3 into t power 3 by 2 between 0 to 2. Now substitute the limits. 2 by 3 into 2 power 3 by 2 minus 0. So 2 power 3 by 2 is 8 power half. 2 cube is 8. 8 power half is 2 root 2. So 2 root 2 means you will have 4 root 2 divided by 3. This is an example problem, right? 1 minute. So 4 root 2 divided, 4 root 2 divided by 3. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next one is integral of tan inverse of x by 1 plus x squared dx. It's a very
Tan
simple
inverse
problem.
x of t.
Yes, that's it. You put tan inverse x as t, which implies dx divided by 1 plus x square is equal to dt. Limits, lower limit, upper limit. X, t. X is 0, t is 0. 1, pi by 4. So integral of 0 to pi by 4. In the place of tan inverse x, t. In the place of dx divided by 1 plus x square, it is dt. So it is going to be t square divided by 2, between which two values? 0 to pi by 4. So 1 by 2 into pi square by 16 minus 0. So it will be pi square divided by 1. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is pi square divided by 32. Next. Evaluate the integrals in exercise 1 to 8 using substitution. How many? Totally 9 more problems are there. I think we can finish it off. You guys tell me what we are supposed to do. Numerator is
Square
x,
as t.
x square plus 1 itself, take it as t. Which implies 2x dx will be equal to dt. Lower limit, upper limit, x t. X is 0, t is 1, x is 1, t is 2. So integral of 1 to 2, the place of x dx, what can I do? Dt by 2 divided by the place of x square plus 1, I can write it as t. So 1 by 2 into integral of dt divided by t from 1 to 2. So 1 by 2 into log t between 1 to 2. So 1 by 2 into log of 2 minus log 1. So log 1 is 0. You will get log 2 divided by 2. Clear?
Yes, sir.
10 minutes we can actually finish it off. Let's see. So I'm going to the next one. You tell me what we are supposed to do for this.
Cos phi as t.
If you take cos phi as t, then what will be the issue?
So root
If you
minus
take-
will come inside the root.
No, you will not get that. No, cos phi is equal to t means sin phi d phi is equal to dt. You need a minus, but you only have square root of sin phi. So what we need to do is you take sin phi itself as t. Why I'm saying this? If I take sin phi as t, see, concentrate here. This is a tricky part. The reason I'm taking sin phi as t in this question, had the square root not been there, I would have taken cos phi as t because of the power. But since there is a square root, what I'll do is if I take sin phi as t, then cos phi d phi will be equal to dt. Right? Then what I can do is this cos power 5 phi, I can write it as cos power 4 phi into cos phi and have it like this. Did you guys understand what I did? So this cos phi d phi, I will take it as dt, and this cos power 4 phi is there. No, I will write it as, see, observe, integral of, as of now, I'm not taking the limits. Limits, I'll put it at the end. I will have square root of t into cos power 4 phi into dt. Right, this cos power 4, I will write it as cos square phi the whole square. Because I want everything in terms of sine. Only then I can use t. So 1 minus sine square phi the whole square. Can I write it like this? So when I do that, I will get root t into 1 minus t square the whole square dt. Now it is easy for you to solve. Integral of root t into 1 plus t power 4 minus 2t square dt. So integral of root t dt plus integral of t power 9 by 2 dt minus 2 into integral of t power 5 by 2 dt. Only thing is now my work is to change the limits, lower limit and upper limit. Lower limit for phi is how much? 0. So what did I substitute as t? Sin phi, right? So sin 0 is 0. Upper limit is pi by 2. It will become 1. So 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. After this, I hope you can solve this. It's a simple algebraic function. So did you guys understand why I took only sin phi as t? And what is the reason for it? The reason for taking sin phi as t is because square root. Had it not been there, you can take cos phi itself as t. Then the problem would have been even more simpler. Okay. I'm moving on to the next part. This you people tell me, sine inverse of 2x divided by 1 plus x square. You have a formula like this: 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sine 2 theta. You guys know this? We used it in inverse trigonometric functions. So put x is equal to tan theta, which implies dx will be equal to secant square theta d theta. So integral of, you can directly write it as 2
You can take it as 2 tan inverse x.
Yes, you can directly write it as 2 tan inverse x. So 2 tan inverse x dx between 0 to 1. But tan inverse x, you don't have a direct integral. No? That is a problem. 2 tan inverse x is equal to this thing. Now you can put x is equal to tan theta. When you put x as tan theta, what will you get? Dx will be equal, you will get the same thing again, secant square theta d theta only. So lower limit, upper limit, x theta, when x is 0, theta is
0.
0. When x is 1, theta is pi by 4. So integral of 0 to pi by 4, 2 into tan inverse x, I can write it as theta. Dx, I can write it as secant square theta d theta. After this, you can do by parts and then solve it. Okay, that part will you guys do. So apply isolate, algebraic and trigonometric. First function, second function, and then solve it, you will get the answer. Try it out. If you don't get, let me know in the next class. Okay. So from here, I'll give you hints alone. So here they themselves have given you the hint. Fifth one, what are we supposed to do? So look at the expression. Whenever you have a numerator and denominator, so I can put,
Cos x.
I can take cos x as t. If I take cos x as t, I'll get minus sin x dx as dt. So the whole integral will change as minus dt divided by 1 plus t square. This you can solve. That is tan inverse t and all those things you can proceed. So the hint is cos x is equal to t. Next.
Sir, can we take 1 plus cos square x as t, sir?
You will not get it. Because 1 plus cos square x is sine. When you differentiate cos square x, you will get sine 2x. You will get minus sine 2x. Because the chain rule, when you apply, you will get 2 cos x into minus sine x.
Yeah,
You
okay,
get
sir.
minus sine 2x. Had the numerator been sine 2x, yes, you could have taken cos square x.
Okay, sir.
So integral of dx divided by x plus 4 minus x square.
Completing the square.
Completing the square and solve it.
After taking minus outside.
Yes. Completing the square and then solve. I don't think you need a substitution here, right? Do you?
No, sir. We don't.
No, right? You can directly do it. Same thing. Completing square. This one, e power x into f of x plus f dash of x concept.
That is e power x f of x. That.
Only thing is you need to have e power x. So you can put 2x is equal to t and then proceed and see. If you put 2x is equal to t, then you will get 2 into dx is equal to dt. So integral of 1 by or 2 by t minus 1 by 2. 1 minute. The place of x, what can I write? I can write it as t by 2. So it will become 2 by t minus 2 by t square into e power t dt. Now you got it. See. If I take the 2 outside, integral of e power t into 1 by t minus 1 by t square dt. So if this is f of x, this is f dash of x. So what will the answer be? 2 into e power t divided by t. Your work is only to change the limits and substitute. So anyways, I'll be sharing the sheet, right? You can go through it. I hope it's clear, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So the reason I had to take 2x is equal to t because I need only x for the formula to be applied. The coefficient should be 1. So the remaining 2 we will see it in the next class. If you guys can solve it off, or else we'll see it in the next class and then we'll start the 11th exercise. Okay. So just give me a minute. Don't log off.